Thank you so much for staying with us here on the Think Tank edition of The Morning Show on this Tuesday. My name is William, last name Lahong. I'm going to welcome to the TMS Book Club a special guest. I mean, we're doing it a bit different this morning. We are joined by an individual who is well-traveled and very knowledgeable about everything that has to do with music, business, and the rights thereof, right? And he joins us live right now in studio. His name is Sakhele Utata Mzalaza, and he's written the most perfect book that you need to get your hands on if you are a musician in South Africa. And here it is. It is called Music Rights, a music guide booklet by Sakhele Mzalaza. Molo dat.
Molo mhlekazi wami.
Uyavuka namhlanje kuseni?
Kakuhle nje. Ndingavuya wena ba right now.
Right, Tata. I guess Thetha, man, this document, this book, this piece of content is very, very important because of the things we see right now isn't they filter onto or they spill over with social media. Sizukuba ubanibani akabhatalwanga yize eproduce ingoma ebhala ingoma njani khona ghost writing nani. Kodwa ngiyacabanga ukuthi nawe uzuze uyibhale le ngoma bekunesizathu. What was it for you?
All right, for him, I grew up in Port Elizabeth. You know, I used to be a musician back then. So I came to Joburg with a demo, looking for a recording deal. But then the problem was, you know, whenever I go to the workshops, I hear the same problem that artists are being robbed, you know, listening to radio, TV, you know, a lot of musicians, they died poor. You know? So in one of the workshops I was in, we were given a task to introduce ourselves and sing. I was doing kwaito back then, and I was like, hey, these people can sing. I was like, no, I want to be on the business side. And then there was a lady who said, you know what, come and sit with us. Okay. Everyone wants to be a celebrity. Sure. We never had anyone who wants to protect the musicians' rights, you know. Then I never stopped. But I realized that in South Africa, we don't have an information center where you get your SAMROs, your SAMPRAs, you know, all these organizations at one place. Even at school, they teach you vocal training. But when they are talking about music business, they don't talk about music rights, you know. So I said to myself, you know what, let me rather write a book on music rights and business, you know. But when I was writing the book, I realized that, hey, these guys don't want to read, you know, musicians. I
see that, because even the design of the book itself, it almost looks like it's got a magazine feel to it, very glossy, and it's very thin.
Yes.
Wow,
with a lot of information inside.
With a lot of information.
With a lot of information inside, because I know that the guys don't really want to read. Our problem as musicians is that everyone knows that, because the reason I chose music is because of, hey, school was difficult, you know, high school, and then I was like, you know what, let me take this route of music, you know. So there's a lot of us who have done that. So if you can't read the book, rather get this, and you read it as a magazine. We all read magazines because we also want to be in that magazine. So that's what I made sure that I'm going to focus on, and make sure that everyone who gets a copy of the book, they read it and finish it. There's volume 2 coming.
Volume 2 is on the way. If you are a musician, you've tuned in at the right time. Namhlanje la ku TMS. Let's talk about the split. This is a bone of contention for a lot of artists, producers, songwriters, right? Magunengoma, iqala kuphi? How do we split the difference in as far as who wrote the song, who produced, how much, and who gets what?
Okay, the first thing that I always teach on that one is to understand your role. Okay. What have you done? And also understand the terms that you are using. Because first of all, the producer doesn't really compose the music. We've got a composer. A composer is the creator of the music. The producer is just the director, the person who will call all the people who will be in the studio, book the studio on time, and make sure that that person must have a good ear, you know, so that he can make sure that the production is well done. So the composer, which is the music side normally the people who created the music, we give them 50%. And then we also have the lyrics in the song. The lyrics we also give them 50%.
These are now the words that are being sung in the music.
Yes, they are written by an author. That's the author that does that. Wow. You know, not a composer. They must call themselves authors. Right. So on the lyrics side, we divide the lyrics. I said it's 50%. Yes. So we divide them into 2, meaning that the verses that are there, that were created by that author, will divide 25% on them.
Okay.
And then the chorus will take 25%. Remember, the chorus comes back again and again. So on the music side, we have the melody and we have other instruments. So the melody will get 25%. All the other instruments will get, we will have to divide actually 25% by the instruments that have been contributed is on that song. So that's how we split it from 100% of a song. But if you are creating beats, if you are the composer of just music, that is 100%.
Because you are the one who composed the music.
Yes, there are no lyrics. But now when we start putting the lyrics, there's an author writing, it's now a new song. We're talking about two songs. The instrument on its own, it's 100%. But when we get lyrics on top of it, then it means now the music will go back to 50%, the lyrics 50%.
Manje, leza mapiano siwenza kanjani? Because kunokuba nabantu abayi-10 on one song.
We have to split them. It depends what did you contribute on the song.
Okay.
So if ever there's one person in that 10 who came with the chorus, they wrote the chorus, we give them 25%.
Okay.
All the other 8 will divide the other 25%.
Even
if you get 1% or 2%.
Man, I'm going to bring you back because obviously this is a very elaborate subject that we need to get into. But let's talk about someone who's watching you right now and and needs to get their hands on this book. Where do they go? Where do they find it? All
right. You only go on Google or you go to any social media platform and then you search at Music Rights Book.
Okay.
At Music Rights Book, or else you search for Sakhele Mzalaza. I've been doing this for more than 20 years. You know, I've been doing a lot of workshops. I've been doing a lot of conferences. I've been traveling Africa. You know, I've been in the UK. I've been in so many places talking about music business, talking about music rights. I've represented a lot of known musicians. I've dealt with so many big cases, you know, within the industry. So if you're a musician, you have to know me. That's one thing I know. It's a must. I'm not a celebrity or a famous person to all other people, but when it comes to musicians, I've worked with the best and the top artists in the country, and I'm still working with most of upcoming artists who are great musicians.
Mamela Tata Enkosi Nyanyan ukuthi usijoyine namhlanje kuseni. Here is the book that you need to get your hands on as a musician in South Africa. It's authored by Utatu Sakhele, Mzalaza. It's called Music Rights and the Business of Music. It's a guide booklet. We're going to take a quick break. Standing by is your news at 7.